when the posture breaks, what I want to do is you should take advantage of the lapels. His lapels kind of are out because remember, I also have the chokes here, whether from here. So I'm going to talk about the left lapel and feeding it to the right hand underneath. Okay. So let's say we're here, and he just kind of broke my posture down here. All right. I'm going to, whenever this happens, they typically get an overhook. Okay. So what I'm going to do is this: my right hand is going to go under here. And I'm going to feed his lapel down, and I'm going to reach with my right hand here. Okay? I need to pinch my right elbow, and my left hand leads the lapel, and I'm reaching with the right. I'm not just pushing it here just to grab. Loosey-goosey with lapels is no usey. Okay? So, right here, look. I reach, feed, and lock. My left hand goes to his right hip, and I rotate him this way. It already puts pressure on his feet. As I shuffle to the left, and I put him on his side, I'm pulling him here. I'll do it from different angles. My knee staples his hip, and if you notice, I have his arm trapped with that lapel. Okay? If you can get this down, I should not let him get his left hand under my arm. Get this under my arm. That is no bueno for me. Even though it's not deadly, it would make it difficult to turn him on his side because he would fight. So I have to keep this elbow locked. As I'm turning him here, my knee slides back. From here, turn, and no side. Okay. That way, right that way. I'm trapping his arm. Whether he initiates the posture break, I initiate it. Look. As I fed it here, left hand, fed it to the right, my head's posting. I'm just pointing my head that way just so I can talk. But you want your head more so like this so that you don't torque your neck. Look, left hand, fed it. Left to the right, and it's tight, and the left hand goes to the hip, you go. Now I can already feel his feet are unlocked, so I uncross them. I keep this here as I wedge my right knee into his right hip, and I'm going to keep tilting him sideways here, okay? His right hand is out of the game. Left hand goes to the knee, and I slide this knee over to the thigh. My knee is stapling his thigh. I'm going to pull him to the side, and I'm going to slide my knee back so that now my right hand is not trapped by his back. My head is down because my shoulder is driving into his left pectoral. As I posture up, that's when I let go. You sit on that saddle. Sorry, Ray. Okay. The key is your right hand has to reach for the left. If you feed it just to grab it and to hold it, it's going to be loose, it's not going to work. So it has to be tight. And I'm still pinching his hips. This hand here reaches as far as I can, and I feed it right here, okay? If I'm gonna be here, and I just do this, none of it is gonna work, because this hand can work and all that. I wanna trap his arm at the elbow, and I still wanna pinch my knees to control his hips. I don't want him spinning underneath me right here. But you're not gonna just sit here and talk. You're gonna feed this down, and feed it here. I fed it nice and tight. And now my left hand, let's go immediately to the hip. And I'm going to rotate him. And I'm going to keep rotating him. Rotate, rotate, rotate here. Right there. This little hand is trapped. Maybe you can wrist lock it. Maybe not. Who cares? You tilt him on the side. Okay? His top arm is either going to be blocking you. If it's blocking you, look. I can get here. I can go to that side. Key is to control that arm and to loop it over. Yes, this works. If you don't trap that on. You hear it, and he just breaks the posture down here, and you didn't have time to loop it over. Yes, it still works. From here, I'm gonna drive forward. I'm gonna feed this really super tight again. Same thing, except you've gotta be mindful of this hand, this arm right here. Again, I fed it, left hand on the hip. As I'm going here, this hand, I'm gonna keep pulling it and blocking it here. I don't want him to engage it here, okay? As I'm using my knees here, okay? Maybe I'll hop to that side, maybe I'll go to north south. Whichever way I go, most important is I cannot let him get his hand in the game. I learned that lesson with Andre because I fed it and it was working until that gigantic right hand of his started pushing my arm in to a triangle. You don't want to be there. So one more time. We're going to talk about with the trap. Look, I'm going to go here, go 1, 2, feet, hip. And I'm gonna, look, my knees are rotating him. I'm gonna swing him this way here. And I'm jamming his hip with my right knee. That's now I'm gonna shuffle. And turn him kind of forward, almost on his shoulder. In here. We go here. Here. Make sense? Everything's tight. You cannot leave space here. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Do the arm trap.